Welcome to Look Around Florida.
Surprise! Hi, everybody. Welcome to Look Around Florida. I'm your host, Sean McFall, aka the Florida Man. I'm glad y'all could be here tonight. Heather, how you doing? Thank you. Laura Schultz, Johnny, Linda, and Roy Hudson in the house. Let me get this out of the way. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Little disclaimer: anything I say or my guests say is our opinions, not the views of the SCV, OCR, or the UDC. These are strictly our opinions and thoughts. Get that out of the way. Keep me out of the doghouse. Derek, Johnny, how's Missouri doing tonight? Heather, wow. Sandy Massey's in the house. Woo! Hey, my background may look a little different because I was setting up and my green screen took a dump. Well, the telescopic pole took a dump. So the show must go on. So you're looking in my guest bedroom. Roy Hudson, how you doing? Peter, Annette Lindsay, welcome. Glad y'all could be here today. Just a reminder, if you have any camp events, SCV camp events, or you have any Order of the Confederate Rose events, or UDC, meaning United Daughters of the Confederacy, here in Florida, please send them to me. I want to help promote you and get the word out what your camps and charters are doing. Food for thought. Food for thought. Kim Colors, glad you can be here today. Yes, I found my microphone. So hopefully, if let me know if I'm coming in clear. I haven't used this microphone for a little while. So if you hear anything weird, hold on. Most of you know me, anything, Al from Tennessee Division. How you doing tonight, buddy? So I want to say this. Here in the state of Florida, last month was a busy month for a lot of our SCV and OCR and UDC members, due to the fact a lot of Lee Jackson dinners all over the state of Florida. Timothy, how you doing tonight? Thanks, Al. Like I said, we had a lot of Lee Jackson dinners all over the state of Florida, celebrations, all that. Thanks, Derek. So it's been a busy month, not only for the Florida Man, but Carla. Oh, okay, Carla, welcome. Busy month for all of our members. It's a great organization, the SCV, UDC, or OCR. They are great organizations. If you want further information about the Sons of Confederate Veterans, United Daughters of the Confederacy, or the Order of the Confederate Rose, please hit me up. I'll point you in the right direction on who to speak with, because we have the Order of the Confederate Rose for Florida president in the channel right now. That's Annette Lindsay. David, welcome from Louisiana, buddy. Glad you could be here. With the Order of the Confederate Rose, you don't have to have the heritage. You got to have the love for the history. So if you're not sure, no, I found my microphone. Now my green screen took a dump, Linda. Well, the screen is fine. It's just a telescopic pole took a dump. So I played around with some new ideas that I'm thinking of. So I'm going to see how it goes. Got to roll the dice. So with the Order of the Confederate Rose, you just have to have the love of the history. Please hit up Annette Lindsay. She's in the channel right now. If you're looking to join the Order of the Confederate Rose here in Florida, she could put you in touch with a chapter. So, like I said, busy month last month. Everybody's taking a breather right now till next month in April for Confederate Heritage Month. I haven't got any. Mark Bass. Oh boy, here we go. My stepdaddy's here. Hide your wallets. Yeah, it's going to be a relaxed night. I'm waiting for everybody. We got 27 people watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. We have people on Facebook and YouTube watching this live. Thank you, Linda, on that one. Don't forget, the SCV does have the Friends of the Sons of Confederate Veterans, where you got to love the history. And if you don't know you have the heritage, you can join through the Friends of the Sons of Confederate Veterans and get in touch with a local camp if you got one in your area, and they can help you with your genealogy or put you in touch with somebody that's very good at genealogy and see if a Confederate soldier or sailor shakes out of your tree. Chip Schultz, welcome, buddy. So, thank you, Annette. I was going to poke you about that. I know this weekend is Olusty. Yay! The Order of the Confederate Rose Florida Society will be hosting Ladies' Tea. So, thanks, Sandy. Hi, Al. I know you're on YouTube. Deland and Leon are watching on Facebook tonight. Not YouTube. Okay. We broadcast to both. But if you're looking at the Order of the Confederate Rose, Annette Lindsay said they will be at a Lusty with a hosting the Ladies' Tea. So please go by, check them out. And if you do, let them know you heard it from the Order. You heard it from Look Around Florida. A Lusty is a great event. It's on original battlefield. I've been to the reenactment multiple times. So you really enjoy the reenactment there in Lusty. Yeah. Oh, the top of the recent one, talking about the cards. Yes. For you guys that got your you got your Confederate veteran. In your Confederate Veteran magazine, there's 3 cards in there. I looked at them. They don't all have the same address or are addressed to the same person. Please fill them out, put them in the mail. That way it helps out the organization so we can help deal with anything that Confederacy that comes up. So our national headquarters will be the first to call. So please fill out your cards. Dirty Mitch from the Stonewall Jackson camp. Woohoo! Welcome. Glad you all could be here today. A message from our division adjutant. I had a talk with him the other day. If you are running for a Florida division position, this is a recruitment year. If you are, please email Rick Roberts and Calvin Hart what position you are running for. I know a lot of us that have been on here that announced that they are running for specific positions, including myself, has emailed our Rick Roberts and Calvin Hart. Well, hey, Donald, I think you said Mississippi, Florence, Mississippi. Welcome, buddy. Glad you could be here tonight. Man, we've gone international. Well, national now. Yeah. Down in the great state of Florida, down here in the Everglades with the sawgrass waves, and you can hear all the animals hooting and hollering down in the glades. No place I'd rather be. I enjoy it down there. And it has a lot of deep history. Like the story of the skunk ape. I just came out. Hey, Melody, good to see you. Like the story of the skunk ape. I just watched a video on YouTube that talked about a lot of murders happen down in the glades. I don't think they happen in the glades. I think they just found the bodies in the glades. There's an old rumor going around. I heard it when I was a kid. I don't know about you. That Jimmy Hoffa was put through a chipper and fed to the gators down in the glades. I've heard that story. I've also heard it's been confirmed that Al Capone did have a house here in Florida. So we're going to step back a little bit from talking about just some myths and legends here in the great state of Florida. There's a legend of a train that had Confederate gold on it. Was set to, or I believe it's Archie. Was set to Archie, and they don't know if they know the train made it to Archie, but they don't know where the gold went after that. If it got buried, it was the last remembrance of the Confederacy treasury. There's rumors about it still being buried in Archie somewhere. There's rumors that the Confederate soldiers that were guarding the gold took the gold and ran off. There's also bunch of myths, bunch of stories, but nothing's been. Thanks, Chip. Archer, not Archie, Archer. Thanks, Chip. Wow, Sandy Coyle is here and her husband from Arkansas. You know, they used to live here in Florida. They're good friends. Glad they could be here. So, as you know, the Confederate monument, Cavalry Monument is saved. It is in Well, Derek, good question. Thank you for asking. There's a legend that there was a train bound to Archer, Florida, that had Confederate gold on there. The remembrance of the Confederacy's treasury was on this train bound to Archer, and it came up missing. So there's been a lot of people searching Archer and haven't been able to find it. Derek, if you want me to DM me on Facebook, I'll find the article again and I'll send it to you. The one I came across. I thought you said you went there. Thanks. Jerry Peacock always has a drum in the back of his car at a moment's notice. Thanks, Derek. I'll get you that information. It's a nice little video. It gives you the surrounding of Archer and the whole story behind it. Hopefully I can find it again. But yeah, if you take a look on the Facebook page called Beyond Florida, talks about various different things in Florida. Some stuff that has been forgotten. Some towns that were there. They were boom towns. Now they're gone. Bob Highball from the Colonel Samuel St. George Rogers Camp in Ocala, Florida, home of the 2026 Florida Division Reunion. Woohoo! Get ready, guys. Division reunions in June. This is an election year. So keep that in mind. I know Bob Highball missed this. We got some people that just came in the chat. Just remember, make sure you email Calvin Hart and Rick Roberts if you're running for a Florida Division position. I did talk to Rick this week to make sure I'm understanding, because I made up a list. Everybody that came on Look Around Florida to announce they want all of us that are running for positions to email them with our announcements. So there are division leadership, so we got to go with what they ask us to do. I'm just passing on the information, so don't beat me up. So I did see a couple of these events coming up. As we were talking about the Florida Cal Cavalry Monument, some events that are coming up where you can go and see that monument and get some good pictures of the monument and see if your ancestor that served with the Confederate Cal Cavalry is on there. Where did it go? I just had it. Yep, there we go. Only one made it so far. So keep in mind, we got the Cracker Cowboy Day, Saturday, March 7th, 2028, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Pioneer Florida Museum and Village in Dade City, Florida. Tickets at the door are $10 a piece. Oh, that's right, Jerry. Thank you. I'll put that up here in a little bit. The Cracker Cowboy Dinner is March 21st, 2026 from 6 to 10 p.m. You can check out all the details on this event at www.pioneerfloridamuseum.org. And if you see anybody at this museum, employees, tell them you heard about it on Look Around Florida. There's another one that's, I thought I got it uploaded. Give me a minute. There we go. Oh. Okay. I have to go through and clean files up, so I do that at a little later date. To give you an idea of what the Cal Cavalry Monument looks like, this is after the David King, the early camp, the Order of the Confederate Rose, and various different members in the Florida Division were able to place this at its forever home at the Pioneer Museum in Dade City. You know, there's David King, Butch Fox, and Wayne Sweat. Kind of give you an idea of what they went through to get that set in place after the crane picked it up and moved it for them. There's our lovely ladies with the Order of the Confederate Rose and the UDC chapter in Plant City. Thanks, Derek. Alrighty. Beautiful monument, beautiful monument. Another monument in Florida saved. You know, so far, I don't know of any others, so that's 2, possible more. There's that one. You got one at the Kirby Smith Confederate Park there in Jacksonville, Florida. The Soldiers Monument that we did a dedication on back in November. So as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, that's 2 monuments saved and on private land. So good job to the men that were involved with both monuments. All righty, Jerry Peacock, thank you for reminding me about Bobby Guinier. Has a history museum supposedly tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Salto, Florida. Historians will be attending from all Central Florida. Everyone's welcome. A lot of exchange about ideas. If Bobby is connected with the symposium, you know it's going to be excellent. Yes, Jerry, you're absolutely correct, because he's going to be our speaker on Look Around Florida on the 18th of this month to talk about his new book that he got out. Derek Glover, thank you for finding the link on Beyond Florida that talks about the train that was bound for Archer. I've learned a lot from this guy with Beyond Florida, because this guy from Beyond Florida, I got to give him a lot of credit, because he dives into towns that used to be boom towns or cattle towns back in the day, what they look like then, if they're still around today. Even some historical buildings he does this on. So please check out Beyond Florida. Not only check out Beyond Florida, some great shows this week. Of course, Monday night you had SCV Chat. Last night you had Tennessee Tuesday with the Tennessee division. Great show. Brian Blankenship and Jason Boshiers are doing an awesome job with that. You got me tonight. Tomorrow night is Moose with SCV Chat to do Look Around the Confederation. I know David Pope is doing a show, but I'm not sure if it's this Friday or next Friday. Then, of course, Sunday, you have Michael C. Hardy's History Chat on Sunday nights. I love Michael C. Hardy. I love it. I love his chat, because it could be about the War of Northern Aggression. It could be about the Revolution War, multiple things, and books that he would recommend on where to find the facts and the information. So it's a great shows that we have lined up throughout the Confederation. So yeah, we have 2 events coming up. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I just reminded myself. All right. Like I said, there's another event coming up this weekend at the Dade City Pioneer Museum. They're doing the 37th Annual Farm Festival and Quilt Show, Saturday, February the 7th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Southern Draft Horse Association draft horse pulls at 12 p.m. 2 weight classes, lightweight, 3,400 pounds and under, and heavyweights. Museum building is open. Quilt raffles, craft demonstration. Pulled pork dinner with yellow rice and black beans. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Shows of quilts and clothing. Local quilters on display. Quilters and supplies sale. Pasco Sheriff's Mounted Posse model train room open. Unique vendors, blacksmith demonstration, food and trucks. Administration is $10 for adults, students $5, children under 5 are free. So please check these. If you want to go see the Cow Cavalry Monument, these are great events to go see the monument and get pictures and see if your Confederate ancestor, if he served in the Florida Cow Cavalry or Special Battalion, is on that monument. Great time to do that. So, yep, like I said, we got, it's a slow month for February. Everybody just trying to stay warm right now. I've dealt with 20s and 30s the past couple of days. Today was a beautiful day. Did warm up to 75 degrees down here in the Glades. So it was a beautiful day. Exactly, Derek. Past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshier is another SCV success story, saving the Cow Cavalry Monument. You got that right. And Linda, you're correct. Tennessee Tuesday, great program. Yeah, I think you're right on that, Linda. Commander's comment is tomorrow with our Commander-in-Chief on SCV chat. So if you want to know what's going on with the organization or what the organization's doing at the national level, you can hear right from the horse's mouth with our Commander-in-Chief and our leadership for Sons of Confederate Veterans. Yeah, SCV chat covers all the national stuff, where Tennessee Tuesdays, they concentrate on the Tennessee division. I focus on the Florida division. SCV, I don't do just SCV. I do SCV, Order of the Confederate Rhodes, and United Daughters of the Confederacy. So, yep. And most of you know, I'm taking a page out of Al Massey's book today. Most of you know me. I am the Florida Division Heritage Promotion Officer. I am running for a lieutenant commander for Southwest Florida. You see me every Wednesday. You know, my biggest thing is communication, not only with our membership, but also with the public as well. Community outreach is a big thing. If they don't know who we are, we don't grow. So it helps out where you may have a member, maybe from another state, down here in Florida on holiday or vacation, whatever you want to call it. This I heard this on Look Around Florida. This SCV camp or OCR has this event this coming weekend. How far am I away from it, and can I join? If I'm speaking about it, I believe everybody in the Florida division, OCR, UDC, and OCR will say, come on, join us. Because that's why they send me this stuff to talk about. So you're able to join them. So, yep. Like I said, I took a page out of Al Massey's book today. Just want to remind everybody I am running for Lieutenant Commander of Southwest Florida. So, yeah, it's a big day. A lot of announcements are going out. I'm looking forward to June and everybody getting elected to their positions. Chip, if you're Chip or Laura Schultz, if you're still around, Chip, please poke me. I'd love to get you on. I hear you're running for brigade commander. Woo! There we go. I had Georgia OCR join me last year at a Lesty's Tea. Like I said, if you're up there in North Florida, by the Georgia-Florida line, you're looking for something to do, Lesty's the place to go. You enjoy yourself. When I was there, I think I was there last year, year before, and hung out with Camp 1209 and my other brothers from various different camps at the SCV. It was a good time. It wasn't real cold like it was when I was big and active in reenacting. So, yeah, it's a fun time. You learn a lot about the history. Check out the museum there and check out the Ladies' Tea and the Settlers. So if you are in the SCV and you're trying to get a uniform together, some boots, gloves, stuff like that, Leslie be a good place to go. We also have the Battle of Natural Bridge coming up also. I think I got that. I thought I saved it. Okay, I got to find it again on the information of Natural Bridge. That's right, Jerry. Yep. Good luck, Jerry. Thank you for your announcement. Like I said, not to steal your thunder, Jerry, I kind of liked what Al did. He kind of did a video there, I'm assuming at his farm. So I'm still the page out of his book. I know you're running, Jerry. You've been on the show and made your announcement. So, yeah. So, like I said, these are the announcements that we've had so far. David King announced that he's running for division commander. We have Bob Highball announced that he's running for Florida division adjutant. Jerry Peacock is running for lieutenant commander of Central Florida. Mark Bass is running for lieutenant commander for Northwest Florida area. Clement Lindsay is running for the 7th Brigade Commander's position. I'm running for Lieutenant Commander of Southwest Florida. And I know Al Massey and his wife still watching. He's running for Lieutenant Commander of Southeast Florida. Al Massey's a good friend of mine. His camp used to put on the reenactment of Narcoossee Mills there on Lake Kissimmee, if you remember that event. That was so. Keep that in mind in June. So we have a lot of cool people running for different positions. Mark R. Bessie spray painted a Confederate monument in Georgia. Did that just happen today, Roy, or did that happen a couple of days ago? Is the Georgia division cleaning that up? I'm assuming so. So, yeah. So it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be more fun after June when we go to the division reunion. That the the Colonel St. George Rogers camp is putting on the Florida Division reunion again in Ocala. So it's going to be a fun time. Bob Highball, as soon as he gets all his ducks in order, will be coming back on the show to give us an update on everything that he's doing for us, the SCV and OCR, at the reunion this year. Thank you, Jerry, for that compliment, buddy. I try my best each and every day. Thanks, Roy. The monument that was spray painted was a couple of days ago. Thanks, Councilman Roy Hudson, for that update. Georgia's on it. Good job to the Georgia division. Give them a little shout out. You mean Division Lieutenant Commander, right, Mark? Yep. It might have been a typo, Mark. It says Division Commander. Yeah, Mark Bess is the current Lieutenant Commander for Northwest Florida. Yeah, I grew up around Mark. He does have a background in law enforcement. So does my family. I know, Mark. It gets me all the time too. So I know what you're going through. Mark is a great guy. I've learned a lot from him over the years. I'm still learning stuff from him today. And it's helped me grow as a brigade commander since Kelly Crocker was our division commander. So with David King moving up, I'm running for lieutenant commander of Southwest Florida. So we have a lot of good men running for multiple different positions within the Florida division. Great men. Great men. So just keep in mind, make sure you email Calvin Hart, our division commander, and Rick Roberts, our division adjutant, that you are running for your position. So they put out a list, and so they can update that list. That's right, Annette. That's right. Order of the Confederate Rose Florida Society will be holding our annual reunion in Ocala the same weekend as the Florida Division SCV. Exactly, Derek. We are in good hands. Because if it wasn't for my idea of Look Around Florida, I followed my chain of command. I went to David King. and he loved the idea. And so I went up to Kelly Crocker, which was our division commander at the time. He said, "Roll with it. I love that idea." Our current division commander, Kevin Hart, helps me out a lot with this, and he's a big supporter. So this way, you guys and girls get up-to-date information as it comes in. And I'm proud to do it. Like I said, yeah, I have a lot of you guys are big supporters of mine and what I do for the great state of Florida. I love it. I enjoy it. I love talking about our history. I love promoting our history. So if you're on Facebook, make sure you click that like button on our Facebook page, because there's times where I see something that is educational and talks about our history and culture here in Florida, I put out there. Nope. And that's the thing, Derek. That's the thing is, and I've heard this from multiple people, including people in the chat. The NCV was the most secret group out there. We're not anymore. We can't be anymore. We've lost too much. We need to get out there in the public eye to let them know who we are. I'm taking a page out of our Commander-in-Chief's book. It's time for everybody to know who we are and what we're about. We love our states just like our Confederate ancestors did, and we love history and our history of our culture. Thanks, Sandy. I appreciate that. Yes, we were up to close to 30 people. We've dropped down to 22 people, but I love it. I love it. If you guys want to see something special on Look Around Florida, I am buying some gear to take this show on the road. I have some Bluetooth microphones now that will connect to my phone. So I'm able to do interviews with people that don't have computer or internet access. Because the one guy I definitely want to interview, or I don't know if he's still alive or not, the guys with the Jacob Summerlin camp knows who I'm talking about. Sugar. Nelson Webb-Bush. Exactly, Mark. We should not be ashamed. I have a book right here on my translated letters that my Confederate ancestors sent home, and nothing in there said anything about fighting to protect slavery. That is propaganda put out by the North because they were losing the war. Think about it. Think about it. When Lincoln issued the proclamation, he did it because the North was losing the war and losing the popular vote at the time. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, Nelson Webb-Bush. I know he's up in Jacksonville. Like I said, I want to promote them and their history. You know, a lot of our old folks in the Florida division are getting up there in age or passing away. I want to interview them or at least get some words on film from them. We got a great video at the end of the show that Nelson Webb-Bush did. So keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm getting more gear and stuff to take the show on the road, to do more interviews and talk with people at different museums. Like a good friend of mine with the Alva Museum. I let them borrow some of my sound equipment because they are working on a video for the anniversary of Alva to talk about the original Cracker Cowboys. Yes, in Florida, they weren't called cowboys. They were called crackers because the sound of the cracking whip. Exactly. Thanks, Derek. I do want to give a moment of silence to a couple of our division members, Terry Beasley and Terry Simmons. Terry Simmons just lost his wife. So a moment of silence for those two men. May God be with them and help them out with their grieving right now. We also lost, the organization did lose past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gramblin's wife, Linda, has passed away also. I've talked to Paul over the years. I really enjoyed him. Didn't really have that much interaction with Linda. I'm sorry to say that. So keep our past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gramblin also in your thoughts and prayers. Donald Gaines, welcome, buddy. Glad you had time to tune in. Exactly, Jerry. Communication is the key to success. Not only communicating with our members, but also communicating with the public as well. So, I'm studying right now. I'm going to be doing a presentation for my camp this month. The Roberts family in Immokalee. They came down on what was called the Oxcart Trail to Wauchula and Wauchula to Immokalee. And their role in the Cow Cavalry. You got to understand, Florida, South Florida, or Tampa, Orlando South, was very heavy in beef cattle at the time. So, like places like Fort Myers, where we had the Anaconda blockade, is what the Union called it, was around the state of Florida. So, with that, like places like Fort Myers, ships would come in, Union soldiers would get out, go out in the countryside. Oh, good. Yeah. Steve Rogers, my thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family, buddy. Roy Hudson, thank you for reminding me about Steve. Steve Rogers lost his wife also. So another fine gentleman. Keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. I enjoy Steve. I've always talked to him at various different events. So please keep these gentlemen in your thoughts and prayers. May God be with them. Yes, I am very, I'm not a holy roller per se, but I'm deep in my faith, just like my Confederate ancestors were deep in their faith. Yeah, that's the thing about the Confederate military. We had Christians, we had Jews. Uh, you could go to cemeteries, Gettysburg, Stone River, uh, some cemeteries in Atlanta. You can see Christian symbols on Confederate soldiers. You can also see the Star of David on those Confederate soldiers as well. So when people say, oh, we have the most diverse army today, well, the Confederate Army was, because we had Christians, Jews, I believe somebody said Buddhists, and a Muslim as well. Plus, that's not including our Native Americans, our Cherokees, Seminoles, Choctaw, and the list goes on with what their faith was about. Plus, you had Latinos. Rich Garcia with the Tennessee Division has been on the show before and talk about the Tejanos. I don't know if Derek, correct me if I'm saying it wrong. The Tejanos. Yeah, which was a Mexican Confederate soldier. So keep that in mind, gentlemen. Don't want to take up too much of your time. All righty, gentlemen, ladies, I love all you. May God be with you in your ventures. Till next Wednesday. Oh, Jerry, thank you for posting that. I did have somebody ask me about that. Bob Highball is doing an officers call meeting this coming Saturday at 12 p.m. In Ocala. Is that for his brigade, Jerry? Bobby Van Zant, buddy, I know you're late, but thank you for joining. Laura Schultz, Annette, God be with all you. Till next Wednesday, stay Southern, stay out of trouble. And please message me if you have any camp events or charter events coming up. I want to promote you. Exactly, Derek. Thanks, Bob Highball, for that. That officer call that Jerry Peacock was talking about is for the 8th Brigade. 8th Brigade officers call meeting this coming Saturday at 12:30 p.m. in Ocala, Florida. If you need any further information, where to meet, all that, please hit up Bob Highball. Till next Wednesday, stay Southern.
My name is Nelson W. Winbush. I'm a member of the Jacob Sumner Camp 1516, Sons of Confederate Veterans. My reason for joining the Sons of Confederate Veterans, after the NAACP declared they would destroy and remove everything Confederate in 1990, I decided that I would do all I could to make sure that people understood what the Confederacy stood for.